And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. A first carry now. This is Johnson. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a sack. Second and 3. Bortles to throw on second down. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is not with his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle. He can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
Bortles now on first down. It's complete to Parker, left side. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. So this is not the QB here. They're going to do a direct snap out of the Wildcat. The Wildcat to Johnson. And the gadget package there won't do much for him. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And a look at the offense that is hoping to put some points up in bunches here in this one. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now this time Bortles will throw. He's got the hook up with Conley. That one good for 10 yards. And they'll be faced with a third and inches.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And on third down, the Colts have added an extra defensive back.
Flooding the passing lanes.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. And now a look at the defense for the Colts.
When it comes to J.J. Watt, we're about out of superlatives, aren't we? So let's just make this simple. One of the best to ever play the game.
To throw, it's Bortles. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. From the gun on 3rd down, Bortles. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. Here comes the D swarming to the line. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. David Johnson taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Browns are able to cash in for 6. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
There is no doubt that Geno Atkins is really strong and stout at the point of attack. But I love his suddenness, the ability to make plays, to be in one spot, and then he's gone and into the offensive backfield. He's a heck of a player.
And there, a big TFL, tackle for loss.
Hard to believe that his father, Gene Atkins, was an NFL defensive back. He's bred this big defensive tackle.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. They find some open field here. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. And the Browns getting set to go. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. So after the INT, it's Bortles. Steps away to his left. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make it 2nd and goal.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
They'll run it with Johnson. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Devontae Parker, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
No, check, Patriot. Back there to that Philly, here we go. Set, green, 39. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He's going to launch this thing. He's got a man complete. They give him a gain of 38. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way.
Yeah, man, it's caught inside the 10. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Philip Dorsett, 43 yards. And the Colts have got it back to a one-score game. And that one makes it 14-7. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. They tried to run the counter, just that the defense wasn't fooled.
And when they're not fooled, you see the end result. Because what you're doing there, you mentioned the counter. You're using your offensive linemen sometimes to pull or move, to influence the defensive front, to go in that direction and create the space back in the other side and block it appropriately. But you're exactly right. Didn't move him, sat there waiting for him and made the play.
Finding time. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And the Colts getting ready to go. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Navarro Bowman in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. So the D-line's going to spread out. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a third down and long. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back with more AFC playoff action after this timeout. Gun now on third down. He's going to let this one go deep. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And it's fourth down. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
And taken at the 46. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense.
Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to... And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. And now the Browns offense trots back onto the field. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects it.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now Bortles throwing on second down. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll bring up a third down.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
So now the Browns will turn it over to their field goal unit here. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us wanted to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit. Taking over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
And the Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may...
This is caught inside the 15. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39. All right, now lucky 56. Lucky 56. No. Check. Patriot. Watch it now, Barney.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Down here in the red zone, you know your tight end's going to be a favorite target. Couldn't hang on.
And sometimes they just have to get out of their own head because they understand how tight windows are there and how many bodies are there. And sometimes they just overthink it and don't catch the ball.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. That is caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Brandon Cooks, as the first half is winding down. And the Colts able to get this back within a touchdown. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They go play action here on first down. Now he'll throw deep left side. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting. And, he coughs up the football near his own goal line. Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. So we're in halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup, as we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry, so both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that.
The screen was executed and completed, but where's the worry on the play? How many times is a quarterback going to get hit? Because offensive linemen have to do an acting job of making sure it looks like they're whiffing on blocks. But you got to slow them down a little bit, because if you don't, that's a lot of big guys coming at your quarterback in a big, fast way. And, boy, he can get hurt.
And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe. The safety, Landon Collins, there to make the tackle.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
They'll come up now in the Wildcat package.
Here we go.
The direct snap to Johnson. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
On third down, Johnson. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
Again, it's Johnson. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
Oh, yes, that's today's NFL defensive tackle. Not just a space eater anymore. A guy with agility, movement skills, who can rush the passer and make plays in the offensive backfield.
Forced out to his left. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Escaping, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. J.J. Watt, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Here's Brandon Fields now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. They'll look to throw here on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Brandon Cooks His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts have taken the lead. And they will line up now for the two-point try.
Let's go! Detroit! Detroit! Leopard! Leopard! Back down, Philly! Here we go!
They'll look to throw. And they don't get it. They tried for the two-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. And in the third quarter here, they were trying to push that to a three-point game, but instead it'll stay at one.
And I'm a big proponent of not chasing points or going for two too early. But in this case, I understand why. You know, if you kick an extra point, you're just up two, right? So field goal still puts the other team ahead. So you go for two here and protect the field goal lead. They didn't get it done, though.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up. But you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over,
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover. Wow, now we got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now Manuel. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 8 yards there and a first down.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3 and out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
Here's Manuel. It's complete to Parker, left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a pickup of 14 there, and it's good enough for a Cleveland first down. Johnson on the counter. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Now that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Back now here on EA Sports. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. On 2nd down, Johnson. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Flushed out right. And some space here. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Muscles him off. Only a gain of a yard there, but it indeed gets him a new set of downs.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. He'll look to throw. Screen play. Johnson. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away. Throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
He'll buy some time right. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Back to throw here. And able to find Conley. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10.
As the field starts to get condensed, the defense likes that a lot because now you don't have as much space to cover, but a well-run corner route there.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. Back to throw again. And avoids the contact by sliding. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
A long drive here. Play 12 coming up for the offense. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It goes as a loss of 6. And now third down.
On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either called pressure or what I like to call straight-ahead pursuit. A great read, and they get to the backfield and make the play.
And that a crusher there as it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. This remains a one-point game. The defense did their job. Now the offense here late, they just need to kind of hold on, seal this victory.
And the defense did it so well, didn't they? Didn't allow any points and got the ball back for their offense in order to close out this game. What a great feeling for both sides of the ball.
It'll be a bet. And now off to the races down the right side. 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there, 82 yards, and the Colts are able to grow their lead. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. That got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
That's fielded in the end zone. And last year that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Back to throw. He's got time in the pocket. Shreds the tackle. Now a desperation throw deep. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big play that time for Cleveland. 49 yards. They'll look to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in.
And he's into the end zone. No flags. It's a touchdown. And now a 2-point conversion. And we'll be tied here in the final minute.
Do they have one big call left? Here we go. Was one of my favorite announcers always used to say after a touchdown, give him 6. Now they've got it, but they need 2 in order to tie. This is why teams spend a lot more time on 2-point conversions, because they've become more prevalent in the NFL.
And he's going to be sacked. They came after him. He couldn't get away. And this remains a 2-point game. So still a chance with just over 20 seconds to go, but they need to get this one back, no doubt. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that's Brandon Cooks. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. Now Bailey to tack on the extra point. And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not a good return here. He is brought down at the 7-yard line. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Their season ends here. A tough way to go out.
And the goal was to not just get to the wild card game, which they did, but to win it. And so now, how negative do you look at that? They got there, had an opportunity, and for some